Friends, good morning. Let's do this. Yo, yo, yo. This is quite a substantial gap down. Smash that like button, friends. Let's go. Oh, I'm excited to see how today plays out. Lower DD band crushed already. Already gonna be one of those cautious days. Big gap down. Res is probably going to be negative. We're going to see the market fight, hit half gap, and be it's already pre-market, just knowing how that's going to work. S&P is going to gap down somewhere. There's going to be a half gap here. The market's going to likely trade towards half gap. When we get there, we'll see if Res is strong enough to carry us through it. And if something like this hits the lower band, completely dips down. Oh, low volume again today? Let me see that real quick. It's not saving my mic settings. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, that's not saving my mic settings. There we go. That's better. That's better. That should be a lot better. Is that better? I don't know. It's not saving my mic gain input when I put it in there. Let me remember that going forward. Mic setup. This looks like we're, market's trading down on, well, we ran up 90 points on Friday, number one. That was an interesting thought. All right, that's a nice little expiration run up. DD ultimately, that's why in bear markets is a little lesson for everybody. In a bear market or a bull market that's selling off, which is what we've had, like just pulling back in a greater bull market. I'm not just trying to short everything that moves, non-volatile market. Always hold out for longs just in case, you know. I will short in a bear market. DD less than half, below monthly hedge pressure. Those are my times to start digging out shorts. Other than that, I just wait for long opportunities as long as the structure stays bullish. And then Friday is an example of that. Once it flips to the bull side, it runs. I mean, that's like it's a great setup. So going forward, you know, you have to always kind of keep that in mind. Oops. So the gap down, probably, you know, Friday's run up was an expiration mechanic, obviously, but also, you know, that resetting the bull side. Then, of course, the gap down, this has a lot to do with the instability around the world. There's always a little bit of fears there. Market adjusted, and that was a huge gap down in futures and just kind of stayed put for the day. Kind of show you what SPY looked like on Friday. Pretty nice. You know, that hedge pressure break and then touch bull zone, and then from here it's pretty random. You don't usually expect it to hit the bull zone and keep going. That's the rarer of the two. Normally, if you open in bear zone, it tends to want to stay in bear zone. So it took a lot. It took a lot to get this to break. And you see, once you break to the other side, there's a whole lot of crazy amounts of volume. Look at all this volume that came out of it. Capitulating volume. Usually, the bears hold on. The bears squeeze so hard, and that is, like I said, that's less than the bear zone flip the bull zone on SPY is a 4% or less chance of that happening in the back test. So it's a rare occurrence that happens. So I don't normally bet beyond there, but that hedge pressure break to the upside, you know, a little long move to there. It's pretty normal. I think a lot of people took that. And this part was hard to figure out. Of course, but. So now we're going to open up, gapping down a little bit. We'll see how we end up turning out from here. In 3 minutes till market opens.
Everybody kind of covered some spots. I mean, I know. So I'm just talking to my group about, you know, I'm watching. Last week we had the high of last week was 365.95, almost. I mean, right up next to it. That is top of the weekly zone that I've been watching. I don't know, back since it formed. Yeah, back in June, I guess, or 6/21 when that formed. So, anyways, we've been watching this kind of level top.
All right. Y'all ready to do this? Let's go. Smash the like button, friends, on the stream. Hit that.
Really concerns me. You could just say 366, but the fact that we tagged that still tells me that could be a bit of like a retest of liquidity. The one thing that I'm really watching today, I'm probably not going to trade a ton unless there's just the right setup, right? On SPX, levels up. So basically, we have the 9 EMA on the daily. Sorry, on the futures, but I'm trying to correlate this. These price levels are basically for SPX. I mean, if we get over 4,300, these are just standard levels. I do think we can push up to 4,225. Down would be great. You know, like 4,270 SPX. I can see obviously 4,250 that stands out, and then really down to the equivalent of what's the equivalent 4,500 down to basically 4,225 200 days.
All right. Exciting. 1 minute till we go here. Let's see how things turn out.
Banks are closed today, so you have a lot of volume that won't be here and a lot of the volatility that won't be. So I have no idea what
Good morning. All right.
Very volatile price action. So this is the best thing we can do because we could see a low volume push higher. I mean, that's definitely possible. Just keep in mind if you're doing anything today, the bond market could come back and but or react really to this to what's going on over there. So other than that, that's the reason that we actually get a move. I don't really have a bet.
Make sure I connect here. All right. All right. Wait. No way that we're resilience positive. That's no way. 47 and 19. Okay. Okay. Flip failure though, so you're gonna have to take it pretty light. Ooh, down at the bottom, dude. Let's go. Let's try to take it with a little small position. Just gotta remember the settings. I like it. Res is positive. Try to trade down a little bit. So this is an upper trade. At least try to fill the gap. We have a SPY bear long up. Same setup as Friday for the most part, except for above hedge pusher this time. Limited upside, with the idea of filling the gap, which would be something that you would see here if this is positive. So I'm going to take a small position here. Nothing too big. VIX has nothing in the way. QQQ, yeah, let's take a little bit of a long open here. That's pretty simple. Pretty simple to figure that one out. Res is greater than 0. That tends to push a gap fill. So we'll see. The res is based on the stocks. We can figure out like which. Not all the stocks gap down. So I'm gonna long here, long at hedge. That's it. As long as the rest is positive, I'm gonna take that long here down in this area.
Google 134 put. Cross strike almost to the money. Stocks after dark, you watch anything? Hey, the LMT, you guys obviously the best. It's gonna be big, but it did just pop up right next to the 50-day simple moving average. So I'm looking.
And so I'm gonna grab. I just got a little position here, a little position there, and then that's trying to fade. So I'm gonna go in as low as 27.5, 25, 5 points lower, about 15. Yeah, right about here. This is a pretty simple setup. I like this.
Pretty sharp sell-off here in an Israeli-based company. Mobileye in mode.
I'm grabbing longs. These longs are looking pretty solid here. Nasdaq starting to pull back. S&P pulling back, not so much. There's gonna be a little bit of a fight there. Let me draw on here real quick. This is my strat today. It's getting solid. So the rules here. Res greater than 0 shows the S&P is likely to want to fill its gap more than it's going to sell off. You have hedge pressure support 427, very close, not far from here. QQQ has a hedge pressure bounce that is trying, or hedge pressure break, so to be very careful here on this one. Open bull side, fall to bear side. It's likely when I want to reclaim this. This is a rare thing I wouldn't expect. Nasdaq resilience just lost. We lost some key stocks in tech today. So let's see which ones that we've had on break side, downside. Just a break downside. Just a breakdown. Let's see what we have. LMAO long, yeah, probably. I'm probably gonna shit the bed today, or maybe not. We'll see. Only a couple stocks breaking hedge at downside. Really not much. Half gap breakdown. Let's look at those today. Anything breaking downside? Pulling. I'm just trying to see which stocks are pulling us down. Disney's LT. T-Mobile. Really not much. Just not a lot that's scary today. The S&P is starting to lose a little bit of steam here on this. Be very careful. There's a nice little bounce there. It's pretty simple setup. No questions here at all. Ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button, friends and followers of the stream. Appreciate you if you do that. It's looking pretty solid. I do like what I see. I should have actually slightly bigger position, but I'll take what I have. Yeah, the S&P is gonna be supporting today at 427.5. I mean, that's the lower gap down, and we're gonna keep going. Oh, there we go. Here I am taking my eyes off it for a hot second. That half gap touch, looking solid. Like, I wish I had a better, obviously still playing small because of that DD band tap and the float failure, but hey, you can't argue with the free. Now I just don't have any runners to close out on, but that's basically it. All right, and hit that half gap. I'll try not to be greedy. Let's go ahead and profit that. I'll take another stab at it if it comes back in and fight on that. Looking good. Usually train a half gap. Normally I'd close out stages, but since I had a small position already, went ahead and just close everything out. I type 15 times faster than you do. I don't know where I got my crazy typing skills from. All right, everybody see how my trade setup was today? We've seen this setup so many different times. It's such an easy setup. Pretty textbook.
Yeah. Yeah. How many times have we heard companies say, how many times have we heard companies on conference calls say that kind of thing, right? A lot. So why can't they? So if he doesn't, or if he doesn't and he dilutes again, then he doesn't give a fuck about his shareholders, period, in the story. Right. Story's done. In my opinion. I can't imagine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I feel like this was like a longer game move, you know, to set him up to actually, you know, stay viable, stay out of bankruptcy, I guess, right? Yeah. Yes, sir. So I mean, it's honestly set up.
Yeah, and done for the day. Pretty much that's it, right? Y'all see how this works? I'm gonna let it bounce around. Flip failure always has me cautious, so that's a pretty easy win. I come in here. I don't think my full position, right? I already, tapped that lower band when it shouldn't touch the band. I'm already going to be trading small as it is. So, I'm trading. So I just 5 micros, nothing big at all. I longed here with the chance to long a second time there. I would stop out on everything on the other side of hedge pressure, trade it up to half gap, close it out with my first X. You'll see how I drew that at the beginning of the day and played out just like that. Boom, boom. That's the play I wanted. I'm not going to trust a lot because of float failure. So I'm going to take my first exit, start to trim. So if I had a bigger position, I would trim and hold runners. But since I already had a small position as it is, usually my rule is that I'm in a small position, get in, get out of the way as fast as I can. If you're trading with like red lights or cautions or float failures or something, take your first resistance and get out. Pretty simple day.
1175 right up to the supply on daily 13, so 13 to 1370 or something. I mean, that's, I don't know, I don't trade it that often unless it's like got the hype going, but this thing doesn't look bad. But yeah, I see on TradingView, I see the of November, but you said the 7th, right? So and obviously it's not confirmed either way, right?
Yeah, so it's just estimated about 2 to 3 weeks before they will confirm it, so next week probably.
Cool. Yeah, no, excellent. Yeah, you should see a bunch of news disseminated this week that for all the large tickers, so-and-so's having their earnings this day, so-and-so's having their earnings, those kind of things. You should see a lot of that this week.
Yeah, so far I've only seen that that was announced today. Everyone else is kind of just estimated. I
Come on, FW. We're almost back in earnings season, so.
It's Friday, 13th.
I know. Well, that's true. It does. Yeah, right. I did hear that too. Yeah. I mean, shit. Earnings. There's actually been some interesting companies last. I haven't looked at any this week, but last week there was a couple. I didn't trade any, but.
This week you got the banks on Friday, you got Pepsi tomorrow, you got Delta, Domino's, etc. on Thursday, and then the JP Morgan. Someone on Thursday? JP Morgan, United Health, BlackRock, Wells Fargo, Citi.
Just something interesting to note. We are getting external data, external threats. February 24th, 2022, last year when Russia invaded Ukraine, we can kind of use that as a, I don't know, blueprint layout or maybe a data point to see what the market did compared to today, right? So kind of the same thing, dipped during the Asian London session and then rallied during the New York session, similar to what we're doing right now. Just some food for thought.
Meta 317.50 calls in the money.
Any questions about today?
Tesla 260 call until we're.
Yes, y'all took some longs too. What did y'all do? With strong DD pull price through half gap? We don't have a correlation for that yet. Great question. We don't usually use a DD as a rule to move price somewhere. We have DD usually as a rule to resist against things.
Apologize about Google. I got that completely wrong. Check's taken off. Yeah. Do you know why? I never really know why. Alrighty then. What I figured. What are you thinking, Mikey? Why it's moving here, besides the cyber stuff?
All right, let's review the trade plan today. This is such an easy setup. I mean, we're gonna do it. Probably call it quits early on. So normally, what we look for in our irrational rules and rational rules, this is pretty simple. I mean, honestly, you can get any more textbook than this. This is about easy, obvious day today. You loving the platform, Eunice? All right. All right, let's go over the trade plan real quick. Whenever these rules are green and yellow, I tend to trade half my position, normal to half. Float failure tends to be something that keeps the trading even smaller. With this number being very bullish and us touching this lower band already has me trading a small position as it is. Walk in here, res is greater than 0. This is a really common opening setup. Let's just use the smaller chart to show that. Gap down with the positive resilience. I long to fill the gap. That's what I normally do. We have some things in the middle though that are going to be resistance. So usually as I hit resistances, I start to trim my position and make it smaller. So if I had like an example, if I just happen to be in a normal size position, I get here, I trim, you know, more than half, hold runners, I lose 6 and I have 4 more, maybe lose 2 and then 2 at each spot. And then close out finally gap fill. Or maybe actually in this particular spot, you know, you just like that. But I already got in a small position to begin with. So anytime I'm deciding what I trade, when I call a small position, I just jump in on a spot. Right here, I was going to double down on hedge pressure just to take the bounce, to play to half gap. I was in a small position already at the end. The minute I hit my first resistance, as resilience is predicting a gap fill from here to here. The minute I get to the halfway point, I just close out. I could hold a runner of a couple micros, but I just went ahead and closed it out anyways. I'm going to call that a day. That's a pretty simple setup. All right, y'all. Questions?
Watching these banks like CACC and Goldman Sachs and some of these others, seeing if we can look further for last year.
Oh, about the banks, thank you. You just reminded me. So for the earnings this Friday, make sure you look at the credit default plus. That's going to that should give you an indication of how they're going to perform or how they're going to not perform.
Report.
How their earnings, yeah, correct. How their earnings could potentially be. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Surprise. Something like that. Evan, has anything else come out since the open? Anything interesting you're seeing? Any big movers? Any big moves?
Huge moves.
Yeah, I know. What you say?
And we got into that.
Those are wolf words, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Wait, what?
You asked any news, and I said no, and then you said any movers, and I didn't respond, and you said what?
Oh, I thought you were saying.
Oh, okay. I missed that too.
I see. New high on PanW a few seconds ago here.
Okay, so everything should rip now because of the data that just came out. FYI. Please move up your stop loss and secure profits. This is how you grow, especially on a day when you thought that everything's going to be fucked up.
All right. So that's pretty. This is a pretty easy day. Do y'all have any questions at all? This is pretty much an easy setup. Nothing really else to say. QQQ, thread and hedge break. Like you said, open
Where you were looking, right?
bull side, break hedge, recover. I expected this to hopefully stay inside of there. That was just a little overreaction. You get those little jolty kind of price action on when you get flow failure like this. So yeah, one thing we should do is probably make it into an irrational rule or a caution rule already. If float failure, you want to trade very, very small.
Hey, I'm short Tesla right now. The 255's down, trying to reach 251, somewhere in there.
Nice job, guys. All right, excellent. I like having those quick, easy, clean days. All right, we'll see y'all in a little bit. Probably come in about 2 hours and do a Zoom call this morning, like right near lunchtime if we can. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We love having y'all here in the mornings. I like to take my trades, get out of the way, call it. You guys are checking out Roxy the first time. We're doing our Spooktacular event. Really awesome first month deal. You can check it out. Sign up for Pro Plus. I'll put the link in chat. Pretty cool deal. Let me put it in here. Just a 1 month try before you buy for people who've never signed up before. $20. Check it out. There's the code for that. Or actually, maybe. Actually, no. It's this one. Whoops. Hold on a second. There you go. Hit that link right there. Check it out. Spectacularly be cool to check out Roxy for a month, see what it is that we do here, go through our educational program, learn all these different tricks and techniques, learn how to trade anything from options to futures to stocks. We got a little bit of everything for everybody. We love to have you part of our community and come check out what it is we do here. Click the links below in the bio and description of the video. You can see everything that we do. Come in the Discord, send me a message personally. I'll be here to talk to you. All right, Roxy, the future of trading. We love having you guys.